Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video.
So again, they've been asking me how to do the best scores versus this boss in the Effigy clash. It's Loki, and it's one of the hardest bosses and the most annoying bosses in the game so far. And actually, there's another way that you can replace Flame Chun in your lineups if you're free to play or low spenders. Even if you're whales, you cannot, if you want, you can drop Flame Chun or use her as an assist. Actually, she will add more bonus damage with flame penetration, but you can deal even good damages with the lineups and the setups that I'm gonna show you. And of course, I can do retries after retries. I'm really sleepy. I did like 2 more retries and that's it. I couldn't handle it. I want to go to sleep. I'm still awake since yesterday. Now it's morning here. So I'm just gonna explain for you the lineups that I used, and I showed my friends actually, and they did well actually on their behalves. So as you see, I'm ranking 3 right now. Of course, this will change when everybody sees my lineup, and when this video is released, everybody will try to test this and they will have better units. If you have rich Honda on a better condition, you're gonna deal a lot of damage. If you have Flame Chun actually as an assist or on the lineup, actually she can help you. Even if you want to play the OG unit, the best unit in my opinion in the game so far, and nobody has the same skills as him, and you're gonna know who I'm talking about. Everybody knows who I'm talking about because I've been talking about him since day one. They introduced the cars, and it's Zangief. Now Zangief not only good in PvP, PvE or anywhere else. I'm gonna buy a try to show you the lineup. He's available and good everywhere. His passive, which is his 6 out of 6 cars, if you don't know about it yet, now I'm gonna tell you about it. So his 6 out of 6 cars, when he uses his C2, he nullifies the target's passive for 8 seconds. It's a boss, it's a unit, an enemy, whatever it is, he'll nullify the passives. What Loki is, and this skill is this: other than it nullifies the passive, it heals himself. It gives him self-sustainability. Plus his passive sustain all the team. Now, if you don't know something about Loki, you can read his passives and his skills. His hinder, his arrow, his spear that he tosses to you, I think it's this one. It gets you hinder. This one, yeah? Hinder. The Frosty Throne, when he hits you in the end of the battle with it, it will one-shot you. If you have Zangief, sorry, and you hit him with the C2 and nullify his passive, it will tickle you. It will literally deal 0 damage to you. It will hinder you, but it will deal 0 damage to you. Absolutely, not 0, but like 10 or 20 damage, and that's it. So he deals maximum damage as much as you get, or as your, what is it? Loki throws Frosty Spear, dealing damage. All fighters cannot be paired or dodge, and ignored shields and damage immunity also, blah 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 blah. The more, and he's the final roar with him, with his passive. This is a passive, by the way. He's dealing more damage to you the more that you get frost or the permanent frost on yourself, which is nullified. All of them nullified. I will be showing you the replay. I could do a live run with you, but I'm really not in the mood. I want to go to sleep. So I'm going to show you the runs that I did. And put them in mind, this is not the best score. I did score 6 billion only on this lineup. And I retried it because I want to hit 8 and 10 billion. And I've been trying for over a half an hour. And the best that I could get is 6 billion or 5 billion. Between 5 to 6. And here I hit the 4 billion actually. But it recorded 3.4 for some reason. Anyway, you can do even better than this. And on this lineup, I'm using something else. You need to keep attention for this lineup actually. The first lineup, I'll be explaining it in the video, so in the replay. So this lineup, why I chose this team this way. If I chose the team that everybody plays, let's check somebody from the top players, the OGs here. Is he using the... Okay, this lineup, it will not get you... Of course, it will get you 2 billion. You can get 2 billion damage with it. But last time I did it on the last Effigy run, it took me 6 hours straight out. 6 hours sitting down. Between 5 to 6 hours. I didn't calculate it perfectly because I was eating also, as well. So I was sitting down and trying to hit 2 billion damage with this lineup. I will never do that. I would trade 10 minutes of having a good lineup with... And that gives me a little bit less, maybe 1.5, 1.3 billion into a 2 billion run, because I'm just keen on making it work with RNG and not getting frozen. So don't play this lineup. What a best strategy for me. Take it advice from me. He has a C1, he has a C1, he has C1. See, she has a C2, he has a C2. C3, C3, C3. So it's versatile. You can start with somebody, end with somebody, use your combo. Even if you're frozen, you can, you know. And Dalsim will, with the C3 will deal decent damage. And you can use him only for the C1. If you want, you can replace him with somebody else that have C1, C2, or C1, C3, whichever you like. But I'm saying this lineup works together because the more that stacks of burn, she uses her kick with the C2, she deals more damage and ignites the C2, which is absolutely crazy. This lineup doesn't have a normal rotation. The rotation that is preferable to use is her super, C1 from Bison, C2 from Fashion Blanca, and then C3 from her. If you can do that, you have Dalsim with the C1 and the C3, so he can help you and you can rotate around this. The last lineup, it's straight out Akuma with Chun-Li and Elena. You can use if you have athlete Chun-Li. Again, if you have athlete Chun-Li, yes, she is better than Elena, but on this boss, because he's annoying and he will freeze Akuma, the C1 of athlete Chun-Li is so quick that you can't unfreeze Akuma and use his C2, then use the C3 of Chun-Li. That's the only important thing that you need to know. I'm using Gormagalakan. If you have an Evil Ryu built, he will be a little bit better because he will deplete the energy of the boss, and the boss will hit you less with hinder or less with the breathe that he breathe on you and freezes you. So this is the gist of it. If we get in the future any unit that disable passives, he will be on the same par as Zangief. This is why Zangief is so OP. He's so good in every aspect. So let's go and check the replay. And of course, I promise you, you can get set 6 billion with this damage. I did 6 billion actually. I wish I recorded that. So here we go, let's go. Kami and Vega EX is a must on this lineup. Always is a must on this lineup. So as you see, I have Kami and Vega EX. I drop it as I have it unlocked, so I can start whenever I want. And I start with Flame Adon. The only thing that you need to have is when you start with Flame Adon, not get him freeze by some bad chance. So here, we got frozen. Perfect, perfect. We start Flame Adon, C1 from Street Poison, C2, and look at the boss. The boss has this negate on top of his head. Is a stop sign, kind of a stop sign. And we continue. Rich Honda, Street Poison, Zangief, then Fire Adon. Now look at here. Why I have the Summer Elena EX move? Because when he freezes them like this, I can get it off. But I don't care. For the first time, you don't care because he will do it back to back. So we start with Honda, Street Poison, Zangief, then Adon, Flame Adon. We do it again. And look, he freezes me. I use the EX, it unlocked him, so I used him again. So Honda. So I didn't lose anything. This is what you need to know about timing and how to go in and out. And look at the Hinder in the ad. He took 3 billion damage. Hinder would kill me. Nope. Zero, absolute zero damage. Zero damage from the spear. This is how Zangief is so important to block all the damages. Now I'll be running the next team. There's no specific rotation with that. I told you the favorite rotation, but it's whatever you can do and manage to do the score. And of course, with better runs, you can hit 2 and 3 billion with this same lineup, or with the normal lineup that I showed you previously with Jason Momoa, I call him, Summer Yang. So here we go. Let's go. And on ×2. So I want, first of all, I accumulate some combo meter, of course, and drop the EX move of the drones because it accumulates more combo meter. Which one you want to have actually? And yep, I think here we go. Here we start. No, after his breath. I always wait after his breath so he can freeze and do his shenanigans so I can have a space to go. So he froze. I wait a little bit. Now it will be unlocked. I start Viper, Fashion Blanca, then Viper, then Dalsim. Yeah, because everybody is getting frozen. As you see, freezing left and right, but I still continue my combos normally, so it doesn't bother me that much. But it's annoying. It's really annoying. And here I use the Crazy Potato. Don't use the Crazy Potato or any type of healing when you are frozen. You will not gonna get the heal. You're gonna get the shield from frozen Crazy Potato. This is what I cared about. But you're not gonna get the heals from it if you're frozen. So this is what I was talking about. And here he killed everybody. Yes, he can go through immunities. That's what the skill says. And I deal a little bit of damage with EX move and a little bit with Viper in the end. That was a good run actually. I wouldn't call it bad. I mean, I did better. You can do better, but this is a good run. And this is the last run. And of course, as you know, one rotation. You start with Akuma, C1 from Elena, C2 from Akuma, C3 with OG Chun-Li, and that's it. And Gormagalakan is there for the buffs. You can replace him with Iryu. I know Summer Ibuki works. I know the Kami and Vega works, but they're not the best in this scenario because they will get frozen so much. Unless you have Summer Elena. You can play Summer Elena here. Summer Elena is better than Gormagala Can. You can play her on the tag position and play somebody else on the main lineup, so it will help you more and more. So you can do that. You can play, even if you don't want to play Elena, you can play Diviner Rose here because she can dispel. I think she can dispel. She can dispel a little bit, so this will help you a little bit. Yes, she can dispel debuffs with the C1. She can dispel buffs from the boss with the C2. So yeah, you can play her with the C1 and you can play Summer Elena on the lineup. So you have double dispels, so you can keep your lineup going and going with this lineup, and you play Chun-Li on the main lineup, Diviner Rose on the main lineup, and Akuma on the main lineup, and probably nobody will die that much. In the end, as you see, I used Chun-Li to deal some damage. And that was it for this runs. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Maybe it will help you a little bit. And as you see, when they wake up and see the numbers and see what my rotation is, probably they'll use it, and probably it will get them better results. So if you're a whale, if you're a free-to-play or a casual spender, this lineup will help you. He's a replacement only for this boss, for Flame Chun. He's not a full replacement for her anywhere. You can still use her. Probably Gagon is using her. Probably he's hitting numbers with her. Of course he's doing with her. And 6.4 billion with her, which is amazing. He maxed his Rich Honda. And this is what I'm gonna do actually. I'm gonna keep retrying to hit almost 6 billion damage with this lineup. So yeah, that was it for the video.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, we thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fight, time to fight.